We're
Hi.
Back. Hey, we're back.
You should have been done cleaning them crackers out your mouth before you started this.
Well, this is true. I'm Michael.
Oh my gosh, that's rude. You want some water?
Nah, well, we're already going. Just as long as it's not on the front of my teeth, I'm good.
Jeez. I'm Jay. You got something on the side.
It's over here, right?
Side of your mouth. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Beard. The beard.
Oh, Lord.
Come down.
And this is Married with Opinions. This particular one is interesting. My wife. Go ahead and go with this one, please.
Okay. How do you compromise when one person has a very high sex drive and the other doesn't? And how much sex is too much?
And how much sex is too much? Okay. Why are you looking at me like that?
Like what? How much sex is too much?
How much is too much? Supposed to be able to have all the sex that you can handle.
As long as I can still walk. We not done, no.
Well, you know, I got a lot to make up for then, isn't it? Because you're still able to walk.
I don't know, am I? See, some days, you goddamn rickety ass bones be like, oh, wait, can't go. Give me a minute.
It really has to be, because I've seen some stuff here, and I'll bring it up. I know what to bring up another meme, which is kind of interesting about this. When one person has higher sex drive than the other, what is it? How do you know? Where do you compromise?
Yeah.
As anything,
and I don't mean cheating.
Yeah, cheating.
That's out of the equation.
Talking about, yeah, definitely cheating is out of the equation. We're not gonna say that you should, because at that point in time, then
that's why being an open relationship.
True.
Which is an option for you people with open minds.
Yeah.
I don't have open legs like that, so I ain't doing it.
And sometimes in those open relationships, depending on how things are, a lot of times the women are okay with the dude going out.
It'd be the man that can't handle it.
Yeah, if the woman, yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Not to get up.
Like, where you doing it? You weren't supposed to really have sex with him. You let him in?
Right. Like saying, you said it was okay.
Like, didn't we agree?
Right. So to answer that question, it's really a personal preference. And if other person, I mean, I'll say this much, from a personal standpoint, you do the best you can to keep up.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only answer. Right? Do the best you can to keep up, and don't do it out of fear for trying. Don't that you think the person will go out and cheat on you. You just do the best you can to keep up.
Okay, but even at that point, sometimes that person trying to keep up may not be enough.
Excuse me.
Because you know how y'all old men like the younger women. So women have multiple peak times.
Yes, you do.
So like usually like a woman in her 30s is like, I'm ready, right? One, mainly because that clock be ticking. And two, it's just the thing. Some people just naturally have a higher sex drive. Which at one point, you did.
I did, and that men also have our periods of time, which happen to some reason, depending on, whether we take care of ourselves or whatnot. Just they're opposite sometimes that of the woman that that we're with. So like, for some reason in our 20s, everybody wants to learn, 18 to 20. Whatever, everybody fucking. It's just doggone putting it down, just
like you fisting.
Pretty much. That's just how it is. It's
No.
just like you just
no.
You ready to get You ready to give it a hole.
I want to be able to feel the next one.
But everybody, you know, everybody just young, dumb, and full of cum. And they 20, you know, 18 is whenever they started to into their 20s. So what happens, like you said, in your 30s, there's some men that still veer out there or whatnot, and then, you know, y'all women, y'all catch y'all second wind at your 40s too. The other wind, can't even say a second. Usually that's when, you know, men talk about they kind of go down in their 40s. And I just happen to be in my 40s. I got a young wife.
Not that young. But young enough.
Right.
So, my thing is, do you allow your wife or spouse to supplement with masturbation?
The question, you asked the question and you said allow.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want them sneaking off to do it.
Well,
I mean,
what I'm saying
is,
like you using the term.
Would you be okay with that?
That would be a conversation we have to talk about, but I would have to keep my wife satisfied.
Because I threaten you with that all the time.
All the
like,
time.
Yo, we got batteries.
All the time.
You know, just save yourself some muscle.
All the time.
Whatever. I'm just saying.
All the time.
And all it takes is 3 minutes.
You know, I turned around and brought up something about braziers. 7 braziers. 7 minutes. Didn't say anything about me. Anyway.
All it takes for me is 3 minutes. It depends on how quick they get to the shit.
Let this also be a lesson, guys. That women also get there quick. They just not her. My wife is wonderful. A lot of them want you to do more work.
I ain't got time to waste. Because I know he old. I don't want to be sitting there telling the cops he died on top of me. We're not doing that here.
But in all honesty,
no, hold on that. That be y'all niggas.
What you talking about?
Trying to show y'all the man because you can go 45 minutes.
Oh no.
I know some women who are idiots because at a certain point you don't even know what's still in there. But it's like sometimes y'all be like, man, I ain't going long enough.
Well, that's also because of the stigma that had been put on us. Like,
okay,
if we've been dealing with women that are like, hey, look, I need to get my one and done in 10 seconds. But she's going to be like, oh, no, just keep going. Right there. They done come 85 times, but then turn around.
Okay, so when have I ever done that?
I didn't say.
I didn't say don't bring that into this.
But you brought
that's the issue. But that's the thing.
No, you said us guys. You said us guys.
Yeah,
and I'm saying that from a general standpoint. Okay, but I'm not saying you specifically.
Okay, because you even be like, oh, I ain't go for long enough, and that's me. Look, I got to get up and make breakfast, nigga. What you talking about? Like, nigga, I got to start dinner.
But that, for me, that's me personally. I want to make sure that
Oh, you can't tell that
I can tell.
Okay.
Like she said in so many other videos I've spoiled her.
So.
But since she asked that question about substitute masturbation, that means I gotta get all in I can. I gotta get it all I can. Because at some point in time I'm shut down. I'm like, hold on. I ain't working these couple days.
Then you gonna be bringing the toys, nigga. You better get that bullet. Crank it up.
But I think, seriously, the time is like I said, the cycles are just being off so far as men and women sometimes, but because there's the memes that's going around. Hey, look. Men love to have sex until they get a woman that really loves sex. And then you find vice versa. Women love sex till they find a man that can do the same thing, and then they complain about complaining about that. So I seen another one where this girl asked, "Get with a man who's past what?"
Another.
Something in here. So
you have to tell them, but go ahead.
You were digging it. So,
I didn't dig. It's the nail. It got there first.
So find you a man who's past the sexual whatever phase, and he's wanting to have peace in his house, and he's about his business and things like that. I said,
why?
So here's the thing. I told the person, I was like, look, that's all fine and dandy until that sexual side comes up, and he's past that,
right?
And then you're complaining about you complaining because you're not getting enough attention.
like, bitch, why I need to spend time with you for? I ain't gonna get none.
Right. Make up your mind.
Because let's be real, Micah know I get more affectionate after we done got it in. Yep. Till then, I'm the ice queen. You got to warm me up.
Yep.
It's just, I'll be like,
Yeah, she be
walking. And then don't sit there and wait until it's convenient for you, because then I'm like, bitch, I was available all goddamn night. Now you want to roll up? Okay, see how it is here. Come on here, let's get it over with.
And then we split the difference between 7 and 3 minutes.
I mean, depending on how long.
Yeah. So, as I'm always saying, so this particular situation, again, that's so far as, introducing masturbation, it's one of those, if I had no choice, and what I mean so far as no choice is like something's going on where I can't.
Okay, so...
And it's because I want my wife to be happy, and she came to me and said, hey, you're going to have to. But she's also gotten on me, like, take your ass to the doctor.
Not even that, though. It comes to a point where should your partner have to suffer? You know what I'm saying? Not saying that you're not meeting their needs to a certain point. It's just that maybe they just need a little more.
I've heard
not even every day, just that one,
I get it, and you're trying to be respectful of your partner, because like it's like ask, because if they run up on it, they might feel some type of way, like they're not like me. I'd feel like I'm not doing what I'm supposed to, and it would kind of bother. It would more than kind of bother me.
Of course, we got a neighbor.
Yeah. You're gonna get those bars again like in the last video. That's what happens when you got kids.
Neighbors.
So as we're talking about intimate and personal stuff. The drive of sex.
Why did you start while you eating?
I was hungry.
You could have waited to push the goddamn button.
Push the goddamn button.
Now I gotta smell peanut butter. Ugh.
The thing is, I was saying I would be kind of very disappointed that I wasn't doing my job. But again, it was something we needed, that we talked about. And the thing is from are we talking from a marriage perspective here?
Both.
Okay.
All of them. Just.
I think, from a single situation, let's just say in a committed relationship, still don't step out. Because I think, as you joke with me about me in my whole phase.
No, I'm not talking about anybody cheating. No, that ain't even coming up in the conversation.
I'm saying that's why I said committed relationships, because make sure make sure you still have these conversations. Make sure you try to, you talk about this, versus where you just dating and it don't matter. That's why I said committed relationship. If you just dating and trying multiple people, that's a different story.
Yeah, that would mean we ain't talking about them, because that mean you got a rotation.
The thing that I was getting at, this, you have, because you're in both committed relationship and even more so in marriage. With marriage, you actually are one. and that is a common. That is, you got, you. It's not about just pleasuring yourself, and what I mean by that as, not from masturbation standpoint, but so far as, like how me with, it can't be selfish, and you have to think about the other person. So you thinking about, say, like in your instance, you thinking about, okay, he's gonna be disappointed, and I'd have to be thinking about, well, damn, she's not getting what she needs.
And I know you would be a husk.
Yeah.
Okay, so, and it also comes down to, who's to say, like you end up skipping 3 days or something like that. I'm still in the mood, but just because you haven't, wanted to or whatever, you may want to, but you haven't, then what am I supposed to do? Because then you got a mad wife.
Yeah.
And food burning and shit. And you wonder why I ain't talking to your ass. Like, man, I just need one. No.
Believe me, I've actually heard, the woman in this, y'all incredibly high sex drive from more than one person. It's also is to say that not just saying you're the exception, but this also brings in the whole point of men aren't light switches. And I think that's another.
I mean, a woman isn't either.
We don't expect y'all to be in the light switch. Y'all one of those ones just like you gotta, how the dial is to get the brightness on the lamp. That's how you gotta do it right. But if you ain't pressed it in first to cut it off, that ain't gonna happen. Then you gotta press it, and then you gotta turn it. That's how y'all are when it comes to light switches. But men, and also I'm saying it just goes to show that men are not light switches in that regard. Sometimes if for whatever it is, like in my case, I believe it's medical. But then at the same time, I am getting older, which is also medical.
Is it medical just because you old?
Yes.
No, it's not.
But I had to take care. So I could sit up here and say, diet and exercise help out. I have a friend of mine who he works out every day, or at least a good part of the day. He has like some low T issues, so he has to go get shots, and he's like, yeah, I have to do that, and that helps out, a lot. It makes me feel more virile. Am I saying the word correctly? As a man. This particular, it could be anything from medical to actually, not being in the mood. Sometimes, like the other thing I said earlier, if a man is focused on something else, it's not that he's meaning to neglect the woman. Yep. But his focus is somewhere else. I can't say that that's the thing. I look at my wife. I adore my wife. I lust for my wife. But sometimes the brain... Sometimes the brain and the body does not connect. And I don't... I gotta get that. And that happens. Sometimes, I've heard of some men, their libido is lost because their blood pressure is high.
But then you have some guys some people whose sex drive just drops down.
Yeah.
You're not a horn dog anymore. You gave all those years up to them other women in rotation with me.
I knew this was going here with that. And here it is. This also proves the fact that when a person is in, you're in love with somebody, you give your all to them. And women are usually the ones that are more verbal and outward about doing that. So, for someone who actually gives a damn as a man about things, this stuff is important. And, I care about what you care about when it comes to that. I don't like it when we have our conversations in the way we do sometimes and it upsets you. And I have no answers for you and I can't can't, help out, or I'm unable to do what I need to do.
Mm-hmm.
So if that's the case of, do you introduce, an alternative way of pleasuring yourself? Toys, fingers, cucumbers, carrots.
I mean, for a man.
Broomstick.
For a man, okay. Does it feel like I'm cheating on you whenever a toy is being brought up? Because it's like your heart breaks when I say so. I'm like, it's a fucking piece of, like, it's not real.
It's an inanimate object.
Like, and it's like, it just plays on one part of my body, and that's it. That doesn't change anything else.
It goes back to the thing of, it doesn't feel like I'm doing what I need to. That's where it goes to.
So, okay. Say we had a kid, right?
Mm-hmm.
During those 6 weeks, right?
Mm-hmm.
I can't do anything.
Okay.
Right?
Uh-huh.
But you're horny.
Uh-huh.
What do you expect? Are you going to sit there and suffer? I wouldn't want you to sit there and suffer.
Okay.
I would help you out.
Okay.
See what I'm saying?
Right.
Just because I'm not in the mood, or just because I don't, or just because I'm unable to,
mm-hmm.
doesn't mean I want to make you suffer because of it.
Right.
Hell, believe it or not, there are times I don't want to. Like, man, fuck your penis. Get it away from me. Get it out of my face. That would be and that may be that one time that you were like, man, I'm ready, yeah, and damn. She said no.
Right.
What? Better handle that, cuz.
No, I'll save it up.
You will save up 6 weeks.
Why you like that?
You better than me. I send your ass to the grocery store. Hey, we need milk. Babe, we got 4 gallons. Look, we need milk. Go get some lettuce or something, nigga.
Get that left-handed orange.
3 minutes, that's all I need. You wouldn't even be out the parking lot by the time I'm done.
Call back now, never mind.
Never mind, don't worry, I found him.
Yeah.
I found him. I'm just saying, like, look. I guess the way I look at it is, it's just easier that way. Because don't get me wrong, just because, I know that you don't feel like you're doing your job, woo-woo, but how many of my needs do you really expect to meet in a day? Like us sitting here now, what do you think is happening with my body?
Gotcha.
Okay. So then, guess what I'm going to want at 1 o'clock in the morning, and then at 7 o'clock in the morning, and then at 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
But so many nuts in a day.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. And at a certain point, that build up, because then that's when I sit there and burn the side of your face
while I'm sleeping.
Yeah, I want to punch you, snoring, and you could be getting some. Yeah. Think about it. Because see, from me, you don't know how it feels to go without it being your fault. And no, I do not withhold sex from my husband.
No, she does not.
It's not a bargaining tool. I want it way more than he does. But if I'm not feeling it, you ain't gonna feel it either.
Hell, I actually want it more than I can give.
Mm-hmm. Even then, you're not a machine.
You see, he's not a machine. He's a man.
But if I have a machine, And I don't have to do it alone. You can do it for me.
Well, that's all our time we have here. So, if you have any suggestions,
in the end, it's a discussion that needs to be held between the both of you. Because if you don't feel comfortable enough having that conversation with your partner, then that might not be the one for you.
And you don't need to have it on YouTube.
You know what? I'm so sick of you. Time, nigga.
No, it's still going.
I know. So, just at a certain point, you have to be selfless about it.
Very
and
selfless.
It's not someone being it's not resentment towards the person that doesn't have the higher sex drive. It's just, look, you know, like, you know how people substitute
right
things in recipes or whatever. It's like it's just to get me by, or you know, you add extra rice to a meal because you ran out of potatoes. You know, it's like it's just to get me to the next one, or you know, it's not a substitute. Trust me, it's not a substitute.
At some point in time, you can throw that Michael Jordan face on me. But she's correct. This I can't say anything. I really can't.
Yeah, because trust me, I wish you were a machine, babe.
Yeah, it means I gotta take this S off, doesn't it?
No, because you're super everywhere else.
Oh.
Even when we do have sex once a month.
Oh, oh my God.
It's more than once a month.
Yeah.
I'm not going to tell you how many. Days are different in a month. It's on average.
So it's like I guess
on average.
At the end of the month, the beginning of the month, that kind of covers both of them. No, I'm just kidding.
Nah, we ain't gonna tell y'all how much we is. Yeah. It's enough.
So we appreciate you spending time with us. And if you have any suggestions that you don't mind people knowing, just leave them in the comment below. If you just want to leave us a comment, tell us how you like this video or something like that, leave it in the comment below. Now, also in the description and also on the bottom of the screen, we're going to have the email in case there's something that you want to, you know, say to us that you don't want to be known for, or, you know, you still want to send us a private message. You can send it at married, W-O-P, that's M-A-R-R-I-E-D, W as in whiskey, O as in Oscar, P as in Papa, at gmail.com, which is here on the screen. And we appreciate again the time you spent with us. Hopefully this has helped you out.